Another year means another annual Call of Duty release, and as per usual, the hype is astronomically high, with many new players and veterans alike having high hopes for the upcoming title. This year, it's Treyarch's turn to add to their next chapter in the Black Ops series with Black Ops 6. Consequently, this has led to an insurmountable amount of fake hype and wishful thinking being spread across YouTube and Twitter. And although I agree that we're most definitely going to get a better game from a design perspective from Treyarch compared to any of the other development studios, I'd like to make this video a PSA of sorts, since it seems as though most of the Call of Duty community suffers from long-term memory loss. Now, I'd like to mention that this isn't meant as a hate video for Black Ops 6, but more so serves as a reminder about the real issues surrounding the Call of Duty franchise. Truthfully, the main issue isn't even about the teams that work on these games. The single biggest threat to Call of Duty multiplayer's success is the publisher itself, being Activision/Microsoft. Now, at this point, you may be confused slightly. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, Dev, if a game is designed well, how could the publisher possibly ruin an otherwise well-made and fun game? And to that I say, let's get the cat out of the bag and address the big elephant in the room. I'll give you a hint. It's 4 letters long and ruins your experience every single time you log into a modern Call of Duty. I'll give you a second. If you guessed EOMM, then you are correct. Now, I'd be lying if I said EOMM wasn't a highly divisive topic, because it certainly is, and most people that are even semi-competent at the game hate this algorithm with a passion. Between constantly sweaty matches with terrible teammates and public matches, all the way to accusations of skill-based damage, easier lobbies after purchasing microtransactions, rigged outcomes, connection nerfing, and so much more, it's pretty clear that something is definitely going on behind the scenes with Call of Duty's matchmaking algorithm than meets the eye. The only people who really defend this system and or benefit from it is the low-skilled casual player base that couldn't hit the backside of a barn and have no interest in getting better at the game. This isn't inherently wrong, however, and I do think that people are entitled to their opinions. If you want to be in protected bracket EOMM and never get better, that's fine. However, this should not come at the detriment of connection quality in the case of high-skilled players, and high-skilled players should never be punished for being good at the game. With all of this being said, how does this tie in with Activision, and more so, how is this going to be detrimental to the long-term success of Black Ops 6? Well, simply, Activision is always going to appeal to the lowest common denominator. In this case, that is the lowest skill bracket of players. It's all in the name. Engagement, optimized matchmaking. If they give the lower skilled players the best experience, they are more inclined to be engaged with the game longer, and more importantly, they are more inclined to spend more money on microtransactions and cringe bundles. The proof is staring us in the face. When you look at Activision's microtransaction revenue in Q4 of 2022, they made a whopping $1.82 billion in 3 months for a total of $5.38 billion for the entire year. This is on top of the $70 price tag of the game. Now, just stop for a second and think. Do you really think EOMM is going anywhere for perhaps the most hyped Call of Duty title in the last 5 years? I think not. But maybe, just maybe, you don't care about EOMM. Perhaps it doesn't affect you, or you just flat out don't care. Maybe this isn't enough to sway your decision, and that's absolutely fine. However, I really feel the need to address another big elephant in the room, and that's the massive cheating problem that Call of Duty faces ever since the implementation of crossplay in Modern Warfare 2019. Now, I'd like to make it perfectly clear that no company has a perfect anti-cheat implementation, but Call of Duty seems to have an issue with the sheer amount of cheating that goes on in their games. Perhaps this is to do with the games running on the same engine now, and it makes it easier for cheat providers to circumvent the anti-cheat, but that's besides the point. Imagine being a mega corporation that makes $5 billion yearly off the microtransactions alone and doesn't use some of that profit to improve their Ricochet anti-cheat. It really goes to show where Activision's priorities are. They are simply trying to turn a profit while allowing these cheaters to run rampant in the higher skilled brackets. In turn, they ignore the player base while still appealing to the lowest common denominator being the lower skilled players. If you think about it, it all makes sense. Keep spending all your resources on the shop while ignoring the flawed anti-cheat, thus limiting spending on their part, and just pretend the issue doesn't exist, since their target audience will never encounter a cheater in the protected skill brackets. It's genius, really, and it's the main reason why Ricochet will still suck in Black Ops 6, and I'd even argue that cheating will be even worse in Black Ops 6 compared to the past few years. years. Of course, this is speculation on my part, but genuinely think about it before you decide to make your purchase decision. At the end of the day though, all of this makes sense, to be honest. Activision has a history of being one of the most anti-consumer publishers in the industry that prioritizes profit over game health and listening to player feedback regarding algorithms and cheaters. Allow me to provide a few examples for you guys so you guys remember who we're dealing with here, shall we? This is the same company that made a behemoth with the original Warzone, released a ton of skins for it, and people spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in game over the course of the 2019 lockdown, just for them to pull the plug on the servers when they realized Warzone 1 was taking away from Warzone 2's player count. Free-to-play players of Warzone 1 subsequently lost every skin they purchased. If that wasn't bad enough though, Activision has been caught more than once selling skins in Modern Warfare 2 that are literally ripped directly from Modern Warfare 2019. The example that comes to mind for me is the 4th of July blueprint for the M4 that looked basically identical to the Modern Warfare 2019 variant. If you were somebody who purchased this in Modern Warfare 2019 and wanted access to it in Modern Warfare 2, you would either have to A, buy Modern Warfare 2019 multiplayer so you can access your blueprint, or B, buy it again in Modern Warfare 2. Activision's insatiable desire for money can also be seen through the Battle Pass system. One paid Battle Pass wasn't enough, they needed to add a second paid Battle Pass to the game with Black Cell, all while cheaters run rampant and EOMM is driving veteran players away. With all of this being said, I ask you guys this. What do you think Activision's priority is going to be with Black Ops 6? Are they going to make sure the cheater problem is addressed and nipped in the bud? Will they make sure EOMM is toned down so that everybody can have a decent experience? Or will they prioritize profit over everything else? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. When push comes to shove though, the choice to buy Black Ops 6 lays solely at the feet of us, the consumer. I just ask that you guys look at Activision's history and the systems that are implemented in COD before you decide to make your purchase decision. If you're asking me, Zombies is going to carry this game hard. And if you're a Zombies player that doesn't care about multiplayer or Warzone, then I can see why you might make the purchase. For everyone else watching though, I fear that Activision will once again ruin another COD multiplayer experience. But that's just my take on the whole thing. Let me know your opinions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on so you never miss when I upload a video, and I catch everybody in the next one. Peace.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough.